Bittorrent value equivalent to 0.941 rands a coin. The present cost range and 76 pies and 368. The earlier day closed pies at 2786. The change was plus 155 plus 556%. Opposite rate, ZAR to BTT. Bittorrent cost expectation for July 2024. To start with cost at 0.384 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.42, while low cost 0.3384. The found the middle value of cost 0.3723. Bittorrent cost conjecture toward the month's ends was in 3.925, change for July 16%. Bittorrent conjecture for August 2024. Before all else cost at 0.3925 rands. Excessive cost spike at 4269, while low cost 0.3711. They arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.3974. Bittorrent cost conjecture toward the month's end spice in 399 change for August 17%. Bittorrent cost expectation for September 2024. Before all else cost at 0.399 rands. Excessive costs 0.4952, while low costs 0.399. They arrived at the midpoint of costs both on 439. Bittorrent cost gauge toward the month's end spies in 4628, change for September 16%. Bittorrent gauge for October 2024. In the first place, cost at 0.4628 rands. Exorbitant costs 1.4688, while low costs 1.474. The found the middle value of cost and 4443. Bittorrent cost gauge toward the month's end spies in 4381, change for October 53%. Bittorrent cost expectation for November 2024. In the first place, cost at 0.4381 rands. Excessive cost in down 4428, while low costs plus to 3848. They arrived at the midpoint of costs pine 4199. Bittorrent cost figure toward the month's ends pine 4138, change for November 55%. Bittorrent figure for December 2024. Initially cost at 0.4138 rands. Excessive costs, pine 4138, while low costs, bison 353. They arrived at the midpoint of costs, bison 3887. Bittorrent cost figure toward the month's ends, bison 3767, change for December 9%. Bittorrent cost expectation for January 2025. To start with cost at 0.3767 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.495, while low costs 0.3559. The found the middle value of cost 0.3812. Bittorrent cost gauge toward the month's end 0.3827, change for January 16%. Bittorrent gauge for February 2025. To start with cost at 0.3827 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.408, while low costs 0.3484. The found the middle value of cost 0.3766. Bittorrent cost gauge toward the month's end spies in 3746, change for February 1%. Bittorrent cost expectation for Walk 2025. First and foremost cost at 0.3746 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.4252, while low costs 0.3696. The found the middle value of costs 0.3917. Bittorrent cost estimate toward the month's ends 0.3974, change for spring 61%. Bittorrent estimate for April 2025. First and foremost cost at 0.3974 rands. Exorbitant costs messes 4321, while low costs 0.3755. The found the middle value of costs 0.22. Bittorrent cost estimate toward the month's ends 0.438, change for April 16%. Bittorrent cost expectation for May 2025. In the first place, cost at 0.438 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.4614, while low costs 0.401. They arrived at the midpoint of costs 4244. Bittorrent cost figure toward the month's ends 4312, change for May 68%. Bittorrent conjecture for June 2025. At the outset, cost at 0.4312 rands. Excessive costs 0.5352, while low costs 0.4312. They arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.4745. Bittorrent cost conjecture toward the month's ends 0.512, change for June 16%. Bittorrent cost expectation for July 2025. At the outset, cost at 0.532 rands. Excessive cost 0.582, while low cost 0.414. They arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.4584. Bittorrent cost conjecture toward the month's end 4316, change for July 13.7%. Bittorrent estimate for August 2025. First and foremost, cost at 0.4316 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.4692, while low costs 0.4078. The found the middle value of cost amazing 4368. Bittorrent cost estimate toward the month's ends 4385 change for August 16%. Bittorrent cost expectation for September 2025. First and foremost, cost at 0.4385 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.4983, while low costs 0.4331. The arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.4589. Bittorrent cost figure toward the month's ends 0.4657 change for September 62%. Bittorrent figure for October 2025. Before all else, cost at 0.4657 rands. Excessive costs 0.4688, while low costs 0.4474. The arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.4451. Bittorrent cost figure toward the month's ends 0.4381 change for October 59%. Bittorrent cost expectation for November 2025. Before all else, cost at 0.4381 rands. Excessive cost 4381, while low cost 0.771. The arrived at the midpoint of cost on 0.4147. Bittorrent cost conjecture toward the month's ends 0.4055 change for November 74%. Bittorrent estimate for December 2025. First and foremost, cost at 0.4055 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.533, while low costs pushing 4.55. The found the middle value of cost Vincent 4462. Bittorrent cost estimate toward the month's ends Bojan 474 change for December 16%. Bittorrent cost expectation for January 2026. First and foremost, cost at 0.474 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.5114, while low costs 0.4444. The found the middle value of cost on 19476. Bittorrent cost estimate toward the month's ends 0.4779 change for January 16%. Bittorrent estimate for February 2026. To start with, cost at 0.4779 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.5195, while low cost 0.4515. The found the middle value of cost 0.4836. Bittorrent cost estimate toward the month's ends 0.4855 change for February 16%. Bittorrent conjecture for April 2026. Before all else, cost at 0.24933 rands. Excessive costs 0.5369, while low costs 0.4667. They arrived at the midpoint of costs 0.4997. Bittorrent cost conjecture toward the month's ends 0.518 change for April 17%. Bittorrent cost expectation for May 2026. To start with, cost at 0.518 rands. Exorbitant costs 0.518, while low costs 0.4352. The found the middle value of cost 0.4